Oh, hi folks. I was reading Lords of the Bow, a story about historical novel on Genghis Khan's pursuits during years 1208 to 1213. Yeah. Though I have to warn you, contains abusive material towards the Chinese and women. Just a little bit. Where I can jump to the point, I was planning to have a little chat about feminism. Yeah. Oh yeah, feminism. I consider myself quite the equalist. I believe there's no need for one gender to rule or one gender to be treated unequally. Sorry, English is not my strongest language when it's 1 a.m. I just watched this video, Anita Sarkeesian's video, where she apparently seems to be a hypocrite. I've been watching TJ Kirk's, aka The Amazing Atheists, and Mr. Rebsine's videos commenting her work on the Women in Gaming trophy video series, which seems to be a scam, if you ask from me. She gained $150,000 for video game project. She uses other people's clips, tell shit that's not actually in the games, makes claims that have no reality, and thinks that even if the claims of men abusing women in video games, so what? If there's a game where a woman gets raped, you can count that. Before that, probably at least 30 males have been slaughtered before that. So I don't really see the point. Women are in such trophy. It has been born because, well, it's a classic story, and for a lot of gaming companies it's much easier to take a classic story with a female as a princess has been kidnapped, a hero goes to rescue, with some humorous aspect like Super Mario series where the epic hero is a plumber. Yeah. I don't see a problem there. It might be as well the other way around, but that wouldn't be so sure bestseller. It's just business. It's just entertainment. I don't know why any kind of politics should be involved in gaming, any kind of movements. I just don't see a fucking point. Anyway, what I was saying about Anita Sarkeesian She's a coward and a fraud. She took money which she's not going to use. Before the project started, correct me if I'm wrong, she said that estimated need of funding for the project would be around $3,000, 10 tops. Let's assume it was $5,000. She got, that's right, 30 times as much as she wanted. No, she didn't give it back. Not a dime. God knows where she's put them. And then she wants discussion. Create discussion on it. But, for example, on YouTube, comments are disabled. She doesn't want discussion. At least, not any kind of discussion that might disagree with her. People discussing those videos on Tumblr, so I've heard. I don't use my own Tumblr frequently, but I've heard from people who do that Tumblr feminists attack enraged. They go enraged if you criticize those videos and basically claim you're a rapist for disagreeing with her. I just don't see what makes me a rapist if I disagree with a group of nutjob feminazis. Female supremacists. I think a world with Christian supremacists or Muslim supremacists or for the fuck's sake even Buddhist supremacists might be a better place than a supremacy wholly based on one race or one gender. That just doesn't make any sense. It would cause so large majority of the people to be oppressed. I wouldn't put Christians or Muslims or any religious group or any single political movement to the top of the world anyway, but I think the worst option is to make one gender absolute master. That has never been such. Even though there are claims that male ruled over thousands and thousands and thousands of years. That's not true, strictly speaking. Because usually women have been affecting the opinions of men who make the decisions officially. And there have been lots of powerful women in the world history. For the fuck's sake, Muhammad's wife was a successful merchant, and without her financial backing, Muhammad could not have created the religion Islam evolved out to be. Elizabeth I made England into a superpower in her day. there's Europe. Queen Victoria reigned supreme for decades. No matter who was the prime minister, she always got what she wanted in the UK. Egyptian pharaohs had usually their first wives had a lot of say. Also priestesses of many religions. In shamanism, witches had a lot power, as well as chieftains' wives. In Celtic cultures, it wasn't odd to have female warriors, female queens. A lot of druid druids were priestesses as well as priests. Actually, it was defined on the sex of the god worshipped, where the druid priest had to be male or female. So I don't see why there has been male supremacy culture anytime in the world. The fact was just that men died in battle, women died in birthing bed, both died because of illnesses. That was the reality. Everyone died under different circumstances. Everyone will still have to die. Now though, women dying because of childbirth or people dying of sicknesses is much lessened than it used to be. Men still die a lot in battlefields nowadays, especially those warmongering Americans. I'm just trying to make a point that female power supremacists or male power supremacists, they're idiots. I think power should be handled by the people who can handle it with justice. Not those who have the money, not those who have born into families that have lots of political influence. Power should be handled by compassionate, intelligent and just people, if you ask from me. But that's not on feminism anymore, is it? Tumblr feminists are just a large group. As I was going to say that actually Anita Sarkeesian has started blocking people on Twitter because they tell what they think. Interesting. Very interesting. After all, my message for my viewers would most likely be: do not watch Anita Sarkeesian's videos. Do not send her privately messages or post anywhere messages commenting them on any way except demanding the discussion to be made really public. she'll have to remove the settings that disable the discussion on YouTube first. Stop blocking people who disagree with her. Yeah. Those are the two things she'll have to do before I can advise anyone to give a fuck about anything she has to say. That's me. I'm really pissed off at the moment, and fuck female supremacists, fuck Tumblr feminists, and fuck Anita Sarkeesian until they learn how to do things right, just, and properly. Good night.